What is up, guys? It is Dope Share bringing you guys another video. I'm going to be very brief with this one because I have to show you my disassembly footage that I recorded a couple years ago about this gaming laptop. Let me say this. This is an Asus Zephyrus G15 from 2022. Has a Ryzen 9 5900HS, RTX 3070 with 8 gigabytes of VRAM, 1440p display with 165 hertz. Really nice device. Very portable, very slim. I added an extra SSD to this to have more storage. So I have 2 terabytes of solid state storage inside this laptop, which is really good. And you guys can see right here, I have my Asus ROG Ally with the Z1 Extreme, okay? Now, some people are going to be like, hey, you should buy this over that. I say it all depends on your use case, right? For me, I use my gaming laptop a lot more for productivity. I did a lot of schoolwork on it, a lot of research on it. So my use case varied, right? If you're going strictly for gaming, you can still do gaming on this, right? You're gonna get a lot more performance out of a gaming laptop than your PC handheld, right? But the PC handheld is much more portable, right? So it all depends on what you want to do. I would say if you're spending anywhere north of 800 to $1,000 on the PC handheld, get the gaming laptop, right? It's not worth the price. I got the Z1 Extreme ROG Ally for around $500 on sale. I said this in a previous video. The second generation PC handheld devices are overpriced relative to what they're providing you in regards to performance, right? Perfect example of it is the Lenovo Legion Go, which I did a dedicated video talking about the pricing on that. They're charging you $300 more for the base model versus the previous generation, right? So from that standpoint alone, it's not worth the price, right? On top of the fact that they're charging anywhere upwards of $1,300 to $1,400 for their premium model, right? With the Z2 Extreme and different specs like increased RAM and storage and stuff like that, right? Now later on in this video, you're gonna see me disassembling this laptop and installing another SSD inside there. I recorded that a couple years ago, but I never uploaded it, so I wanted to get that out to you guys right now. If you have an older gaming laptop, a couple things you can do to extend the life cycle of it, right? Obviously, a lot of the newer models for a couple years now have always been coming with solid state storage, right? SSDs. So just the overall speed of your device is increased, right? But what if you need more storage? Well, you can look up the model number to see if you have an extra NVMe slot so you can add more storage to your device. Also, you can do battery replacements, right? So the majority of models allow you to disassemble your laptop and replace your battery if your battery health is really bad, right? So you can always swap out the battery, you can always add more storage. RAM, it all depends, right? Because this one I can add more RAM to it, right? But it has an 8 gig stick soldered to the board, right? So if I increase the RAM, it's not gonna run in dual channel, which is not great, right? So that's something I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that, right? It has 16 gigabytes of DDR4. It's fine for my use case, right? Another one of the limitations of some of these gaming laptops is VRAMs, and if you guys can go to Jared's tech video talking about VRAM limitations in gaming laptops and giving you guys the real world test of different VRAM configurations and how that's going to impact gaming in particular. He partnered up with Hardware Unboxed, and that was a really good video, right? So I just wanted to briefly talk about that. Like I said, there's lots of deals on gaming laptops. I find it worth it, honestly. Like I said, I mainly used it for productivity, schoolwork. I did some light gaming here and there, but it's capable of doing it, right? Even running an older architecture like Ampere is still holding up pretty well for me right now. But I would definitely recommend something like a 50 series or 40 series laptop, depending on the pricing. The only thing when I was looking at benchmarks between the 5070 and 4070 laptops, there was not a huge performance gain between both gens. Even from the 3070 to the 4070 wasn't that crazy of a generational uplift outside of having, modern features like frame gen, but frame gen isn't a priority for me, right? I do a lot of my gaming on my gaming desktop anyway, so it is what it is. But it's good for me to have this for productivity purposes. I hooked this up to a docking station, a USB-C docking station, and 2 monitors, and just get to work, right? So whether it's remote work, when I'm traveling, going outside the country and stuff like that, it's great to have this with me. And now I also have this as well. I had this for like a year now, but yeah, we're gonna get to disassembly. You guys are gonna check that out, and thank you for viewing this. We have a brand new gaming laptop right here. So right now I'm going to be disassembling this laptop, putting another NVMe drive inside here, and as well as showing you guys some upgrade options that you guys do have here with this laptop as well. This is the Asus Zephyrus G15. This has the Ryzen 9 5900HS as well as an RTX 3070 inside here and 16 gigabytes of DDR4. There is a newer model of this laptop out right now currently with an RTX 3070 Ti and a 6900HS with DDR5. So if you guys are looking for something a bit newer, you have that one as well. But for me, this is all the performance I need inside here. So we're gonna add this additional NVMe drive, as well as discuss the upgrade path that you have with this as well if you're looking to add more storage or more memory. So I'm gonna disassemble this. I'll see you guys in a few, okay? Got the screws removed from this laptop, so now we're gonna remove the panel and get access to the NVMe slot inside this PC. Well, not this PC, this laptop. And here we go. Bam. We got this opened up. So right here, you guys can see we have our memory right here. There is an 8 gig stick soldered onto the board, as well as an additional 8 gig stick here. And you can upgrade this with a 16, or you can put a 32 gig stick in there, but that wouldn't be necessary. The only thing about this is that because there's only one RAM slot you can upgrade, you're gonna only run up to 16 gigabytes in dual channel. Anything above that is not gonna run in dual channel. So that's something to look out for. Me personally, I'm only gonna need 16 gigabytes of RAM inside this laptop. I'm not gonna do anything that's too memory intensive. We have the onboard NVMe drive right here as well. That is the 1 terabyte that comes on board. And then we have an additional 1 terabyte NVMe drive as well, Gen 4, very fast speeds. So we're gonna install this right now. First, let me remove this screw right here for you guys. And then we're gonna get straight into it. There we go. And you also have to be very careful. You don't want to strip the screws on anything, whether it's the screws that the panel's on or any of the screws that's inside here, whether it's upgrading your SSD. I've seen some people take out the stock SSD from inside here and upgrade that to a 2 terabyte and then add an additional 2 terabyte drive inside here as well. So they have 4 terabytes of storage in total, which is pretty cool, but I'm only gonna need 4 personally. That's just for me. Well, 2 personally, not 4. And here we go. This is it, Western Digital Black, really good SSD. Put that inside there. And bam. And I'm also gonna show you guys me in disk management, just formatting this drive and getting this active in Windows 11. This does come out the factory with Windows 11 as well. This is also your battery right here. So if you ever notice that your battery is going low, you can upgrade your battery. Also, I've seen people reapply thermal paste so they can remove the cooler off the CPU and GPU just to improve performance in regards to cooling. So they reapply thermal paste, and that's pretty cool to do as well, but that's a lot of work because of how intricate the cooler is. So I would definitely recommend watching a video if you plan on doing that to your CPU or your GPU. But as you guys can see right here, we have our memory right here. So if you want to upgrade your RAM, you can upgrade your RAM stick right there. And then you have your NVMe slots right here as well. So you can add additional storage like I did right here. Let me just tighten up this screw a little bit more so it's not that loose. And bam, there we go. So pretty simple. Easy SSD upgrade right here for you guys with the gaming laptop. And not only just for gaming laptops, but for your standard laptops as well. It's not that difficult. I would recommend watching disassembly videos as well so you can see your upgrade path with your laptop as well, depending on what model that you have. If you have a MacBook, sorry, you can't do it. Newer MacBooks don't support onboard upgrades like this. So it's very unfortunate to spend more money to have that feature already built into your laptop. Where with these, it's a bit more flexible in terms of the options that you have in terms of upgrading your memory. You can even upgrade your Wi-Fi card, which is pretty cool as well. But this one comes with Wi-Fi 6 already, so that's good. But yeah, we have 2 terabytes of NVMe storage right now. That's really good. RAM upgrade, not necessary for me, but if you want to upgrade your RAM, you can upgrade your RAM on this model as well as the higher end models as well, because they do have a 3080 model, 3070 Ti, 3080 Ti model. So a lot of options for you guys to upgrade for this very, very nice laptop. So I'm going to show you disk management in a second, And that'll be pretty much it for the video. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Hit the like, subscribe, everything like that.